Hello and welcome to Getter Farms. We're back with another episode of the Flint Hills map by JS Mapping, and we're up at the co-op filling up our semi with a little bit of grain here. So we've been doing a little bit of work off camera, and I've come to the realization that we did not have sufficient food for our pigs. So we got a lot of spraying done on both field 21. We finished up on our soybeans, and then a little bit of time passed and we did some herbicide on this cornfield here to our left. And as time passed, we came to the realization we don't have enough food to keep moving forward with the hogs. And if I fast forward anymore, the food runs out and pigs start dying. So we're going to get a little bit of corn and soybeans because we're, kind of in that awkward starting a new map stage, and this is just something that I didn't think about when I set up the map, is the fact that we don't have any crops in our bins to start with. Since this is a farm that I built, normally with like a new save game, you would have a little bit of starting crops in your bins to help carry you over with animals, so we're gonna just buy this load of corn and soybeans here and see if we can figure out how to get the mixer here to fill up right out of the semi here. So if we get this guy started up here and put the auger out, I think I'm gonna be able to put this auger, right up under this trailer was the intent. Let's see if this is gonna work. This is probably not exactly how I would do this. Let's see, I'm in the front tip side. I think that auger is gonna be just a little bit too tall for me to dump into it. Alright, so after some finagling around and trying to come up with a good idea, I think what we're gonna do is actually set up one of these drive over hopper type augers so that we can get the grain out of our semi and up into this feed mixer. And so I think we're gonna set this whole setup right up here in the middle of the yard for now. And I'm not sure, I need to move that around. Let's go grab the gator maybe. The gator just got an update. I don't recall now if I installed that update before I jumped on this. It looks like I did because it's got a speed here. So what we're gonna do is do a couple of things. One, we're going to go ahead and drop off this precision farming equipment here. And then we're gonna take the gator over and use it to get our, whoa, we bumped into the door there. We're going to use it to get our little hopper moved into place over here, I think. And then we're going to take this gator up to the shop and see what we can do to fine-tune the engine. Black Sheep Modding just released a big update to the gator. They also added, I believe, a snow pack for the gator, which is really cool, so that you're going to be able to put a snow plow on here and I think a salt spreader on the back. So that'll be useful if we get snow in the winter to be able to use this to clear the yards up and stuff. A little bit more manageable than a larger truck setup, I think. So it'll be something worth playing around with a little bit. But for now, this is all we need to move this around in the yard a little bit. Get it into position. I think we're going to drop it right in here. And then if I recall, is it pipe out to set this up? I think that's going to work the best. And then if I drop this right there, we're going to jump in our truck here and see if we can get some grain to go into that. I'm just really hoping that this is going to work out for us and we're not going to have to waste a lot of time doing this, because this is, again, kind of a temporary setup for this year. I think we'll be getting into maybe a placeable or a structure or something for making pig food here shortly. Am I on the front hopper? I am. There we go. Oops. Now if we start unloading our corn here, I think that we've put way too many bushels in there already. We should be able to come into the mixing wagon now, though. And I'm hoping that with the mixing wagon on, we're going to be able to get some corn to unload into here. We may have to resort to other means, though. Alright, so this is just not working very well at all. We're going to drop the mixer off here for a second. And I think put some of this corn in the bucket. Okay, I have no idea what just happened. It seems as though parking a vehicle near this thing caused it to start unloading into my bucket. So now I'm gonna hook this mixer back up real quick and see if I can repeat this success ever so slightly. So I think what we're gonna do is just pull this mixer up, and I'm gonna put it on a different tractor, and we'll just use the bucket to get this going. We don't have a lot of utility tractors here on the farm at the moment, so I guess the 8RX is gonna have to do. This tractor is a little bit of overkill for this mixer. But in the spirit of how things seem to have been going on the channel over the last few weeks, it seems we're just destined to have lots and lots of issues this week. So we're going to go ahead and just roll with the equipment we have and see what happens. Alright, so here we go. We're just going to dump right into this auger, hopefully. Spill a little bit on the ground there. Wow, this is annoying. Alright, so after some significant struggles, I think we've got something here that's going to work a little better. Now the trick is just going to be to make sure that we can get the right mixture with this setup. So it seems to be a little hard to get grain up into this box here, so I'm going to try and use one of these Brandt augers and just put it underneath the appropriate hopper here. And I think I've probably got a little bit of soybeans still left in here is my current concern, but we're going to see if we can get the corn to unload into this next, which it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do. So I'm going to have to dump what's left of these soybeans maybe into the front bucket of this tractor. Can hold a little bit, because we've now got too many soybeans in there. The margin for soybeans is pretty narrow, so we're going to try and clean out this auger. There we go. It looks like the auger's cleaned out now, so if I just pull this around into here, we should now be able to unload some corn into the said auger. Can find the unload. I'm in the tip side front. Alright, so there we go. We've managed to unload all the corn out of this auger into the mixer. We do still have a whole bucket full of soybeans here that we're going to have to deal with at some point, but this should get us enough pig food now to at least get our pigs going, and I think we're definitely going to have to look for a easier method for filling this pig food mixer up in the future, because this has been kind of a hassle. Would love to see how you guys handle this in your save games. Like I said, I haven't really done a whole lot with animals, especially pigs, and using pig feed mixing like this. This is something a little different. We did something like this in real life where we were mixing our own feed, but definitely seeming to have some problems here in FS19 getting this to work. I mean, I guess I could just be dumping things in individually into the pig feed mixer here. It does take the corn, wheat, and soybeans. I just thought it'd be fun to actually use a feed mixer to do it, but this was a little bit of a hassle. We probably should move the auger out of the way before we drive over it as well. And so we need to find a way to hopefully streamline this process, because we're going to be feeding the pigs every day just about, and so mix and feed once every couple days and going through these hoops probably not going to be so much fun. And so we're going to just dump what's left here back in there. I think we are going to hang on to this auger though, so I'm just going to put it back down here, and we will turn the motor off on it and get that put back in place with something a little bit easier to drive it around. And I think we need to go ahead and just toss this corn and soybeans right back into the silo here. And of course this is wet corn, so it's going to try and tell me I need to run it through the dryer on this map. So we're going to go ahead and just dump the beans here as well. And I am curious if I can pull the wet corn back out of this bin, or if I'm forced to dry it. Now it looks like I'm going to be forced to dry it. That's fascinating. Ah, well. So we're going to go ahead and tarp this truck. We're going to leave it right here for now, I think. We have fed our pigs finally with a fair amount of hassle. And so what we need to do now is we'll clean up the yard here in a little bit. We're going to hop on in this 4940 and go spray one of our own fields real quick here. We do need to get some herbicide up into field 16 still, I believe. And so we're going to head on up here. Let's get rid of this big annoying window that's covering up our screen. And yeah, I've been able to get sprayer section control mod working with Courseplay. We had some issues, but I think that the latest and greatest version of Courseplay, running version 23 on the 6.03 version, that seems to be working pretty good. So we're gonna keep running with that. It appears they keep making more and more improvements. Every once in a while they introduce a few bugs, but it seems that anything that breaks gets fixed within a few days. So I've been really happy with how things have been going with Courseplay. We're all set up here and ready to go. One of the things I like about this sprayer, I mean, it's so big, it's gonna make short work of this smaller field. So we're gonna just head around the outside of this field once, give us some room to turn around here, and then we'll pretty much be about a third of the way done with this field by the time we go around the outside once, I think.
I hoped we were gonna make it. He promised we would find the time, dreaming for eternity, creating perfect memories. Yeah, we hoped we were gonna make it. Little did I know that time would take us to a place where love could grow, but in a different way. Bigger than they'd say. Now looking at you keep me going back to those days, capable of keeping track of how many nights could pass.
Alright, so we have finished spraying field 16 here. We found ourselves up on that other corner, so it's easier to just run down the road here and get back over to the farm, assuming this guy doesn't run into us. The traffic is always a bit crazy here on Flint Hills. Very aggressive drivers. Wow. Including myself, apparently. So we're going to bring this back down to field 26 and let Courseplay take over, wrapping up the last of our spraying here. And I think that at that point we're pretty much gonna be wrapped up until harvest is ready. If I take a quick look at the map, We've got just a few weeds over here in 26 left to do. And from a precision farming perspective, we've got our nitrogen down everywhere that we needed it. We didn't do lime this year, and from what I'm reading, it looks like the soybeans on field 21, the nitrogen is going to improve there year over year. So the soybeans should be putting some nitrogen back into that soil, which in theory should save us some money as it gets to the next year. And so I think the plan for today is to just get this guy going. And then next episode, we're going to be kicking off our harvest season, which I'm really excited for. And with that, we've got our course going, and we're coming into the evening here anyway, so we'll go ahead and just wrap this job up and call it a day. That's all for today. Keterk.